and I thought, these are some masculine specimens, until their favorite Rihanna song comes on. And then you see all that chubbiness just animated by the spirit of a 14-year-old girl. Prancing about this way and that with everything but pigtails, a pink pen, and a journal. And there's a delicious blend of genders in the gay community, isn't there? It is. It's not just loving. It's not just two parts banging up against each other. It's a gender blending, and I've accepted it, and I don't think all of you accept it. There's a delicious fading between genders and styles, and everything's a costume. You throw it on and get on a pride parade, and you dance, and then you drink, and you pass out, and you go to treatment, and you start all over again. And you fall in the gutter, and your friends are singing to you in the gutter. Get out of the gutter. Get out of the gutter. Yes, honey, you're headed to the gutter later tonight, believe me. I was curious, how long have you had human papillomavirus? It shows. Our next performer is Matt Iverson, and he is the organizer. People don't know how much work it is dragging a bunch of gays. Getting a homosexual to show up on time is not easy because they live a deviant lifestyle. And by deviant, I mean that in the sociological sense, not in the judgmental sense. Matt Iverson is an up-and-coming comic. He's been performing all over town, and he's been organizing comedic showcases this place and that. Welcome to the stage, Matt Iverson!
All right. How's everybody doing? Yeah. I'm excited to be here. This is my first Saturday night gig, so I'm pretty excited about it. Feels good. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just start off with something topical, I guess. They're still talking about not letting gays in Boy Scouts. I mean, even the fucking Army lets us in, right? I mean, if I remember correctly, everything I needed to know about being gay, I learned in Boy Scouts. Like, you hang out in a basement with a bunch of other guys and call the oldest, hairiest one the Den Master. Also, there's survival techniques. Turns out if you rub two sticks together, things get fucking hot. I don't know. That's what I remember from it anyway. I don't know if anybody else had a different experience. I am an openly gay man. I realize I could be confusing to some of you because of the way that I look. You might have thought that I was a lesbian. Yes, I love lesbians. Sometimes I hit on them. It's all right. They're good-looking men. I like it. Yeah, let's see. I actually used to party at this very bar when it was called Tricks. Does anybody remember that? Yeah. Oh, what a shithole. I loved it. They really cleaned it up in here. But yeah, I almost got in a gay bar fight here, if you can believe that. Yeah, there was this big, butch, straight guy that was in here, and he was picking a fight with all the little, Twinkie Queenie boys. So I had to do something about it. I had to stand up for my people. Shit. So I went to the bartender and I told on him. Gotta believe I did. He found out I told on him. He wanted to fight me. I said, look, man, you're a lot bigger and a lot stronger than I am, but I'm a lot smarter than you are. And in the words of Shakespeare, the pen is mightier than the sword. And girl, I would shove my pen right up your ass. I flipped the switch on that motherfucker. Yeah. Also, is there any straight couples in here tonight? Don't be ashamed of yourselves. You can come out too. Come on, straight people. All right. I love straight people too. Straight couples are really hilarious to me in a gay bar. They're kind of like a sore thumb. They just kind of stick out. The guy is like holding on to his girlfriend's arm for like dear life, like claiming ownership. This is mine. And, worst case scenario, he's going to get dragged out to the dance floor. Little do they know that we have no interest in them on their feet. Something to be learned, but that's fine, they'll get there. But and then the girlfriend, she's walking around taking pictures of shit like she's at the zoo. Like, oh my God, honey, look over there. I think that's what they call a bear. Oh my, would you look at those two? They have wedding rings on. They think they're people. That is so cute. I'm also, get this, I'm also a recovering alcoholic. I've been sober 4.5 years. And I have a lot of sober friends with me tonight, and I'm really happy you guys came out. It's a lot of support, means a lot. Like I said, 4.5 years of sobriety, and I'm also gay. I guess it figures, you know, you can't spell addiction without dick. It goes together. I don't know which one I'm more addicted to, I can't tell yet, but let's see, there's also, you know, you get a lot of praise for being an alcoholic, you know? Like, people have low expectations of you. Like, wow, you have a job and a car? Well, good for you. You're doing really good. That's awesome. You know, so I can accept that. I live up to that expectation. So, yeah, like I said, I was, you know, drinking all the time, wasted all the time, whatever. You know, one time I got arrested, got in fights. One time I even had sex with a woman. God, I don't even like to think about it. I think that was my bottom. I think that was it. But yeah, you know, I was getting drunk all the time, doing all this and that, whatever. But recently I ran into a guy that was homeless, broke, poor, you know, hungry, about to go to jail. I said, look, man, if you need any help getting sober, come to me, I'll do whatever I can to help you. He says, I don't drink or do drugs. I'm thinking, maybe you should start. You know? I have a disease. What's your fucking excuse? You know? But yeah, I love being sober. It's great. Good times. They say that when you get sober, you can't date for a whole year. Well, I'm thinking, you know, you gotta, and then after that, before you can have a relationship, you have to get a plant, and then you have to get a pet, and then you're ready to date. Well, first I got a plant, and then it died. Then I got a pet, and then it died. Turns out you have to feed those things like every day. That's hard to remember for me. And then, yeah, then they also say never feed your pets with something, anything out of a can. Never feed them processed food. And I'm thinking, everything I eat comes out of a fucking can. That cat ain't eating better than me. You know? Shit, it's bad enough we share the same dish. Like I said, I'm broke. Grew up as get this, the sixth child of, 6 kids, 5 different baby daddies. If you can believe that. Yeah, my mom was busy. She, her excuse, it was the 60s and I'm allergic to latex. You know? I'm like, bitch, put a chip clip on there. Keep it fresh for a day. You know? Yeah. Needless to say, I was raised really poor. Luckily for me, Nirvana came out when I was a teenager and made it very, very cool to look homeless. So I fit right in. Now if I could only afford to look gay. So, that shit's expensive. You know? God damn. I love heavy metal though. I love it. I used to be in a heavy metal band. I don't really like 80s metal though. It's not really my thing. You know, you got those guys with like big hair, lipstick, tight jeans. Yeah. Well, you know, they look like a bunch of angry drag queens. And to me, I don't know if you're anything like Mrs. Smith, but drag queens are supposed to be fabulous. Not all angry and yelling. So, yeah, like Judas Priest, Twisted Sister, it's not my style, you know. But then you got, I do give one guy credit though. The singer of Judas Priest. You gotta love him. That guy came out in the 80s. Right? You gotta give him props. You know Judas Priest. The song goes, breaking the law, breaking the law. He sure was breaking the law. He was sodomizing. He was a repeat offender, I'm sure. Yeah. But you gotta give that guy credit. Imagine being out in the 80s in a metal band, and you got a guy with a big perm wearing lipstick calling you a fag. Imagine that being a pretty difficult situation. But yeah, it's great to be here. I've only been doing comedy for about 2 years now. I love doing it. You know, when I first started doing it, if you didn't know, tonight's a showcase, but normally in comedy you do what's called an open mic night. And I was thinking, shit, open mic? I know that guy. I came prepared. I got confused and got prepared. I came with a latex glove and a jar of Crisco ready to open my cup. Work that motherfucker like Jeff Dunham. You know? But it's a lot of fun. I love doing comedy. I love doing a lot of guys. I don't know if you've ever heard, but I get a lot of times people be like, "You don't look like a gay guy. Are you sure?" I'm pretty sure. Let me tell you, there's absolutely nothing straight about me. Even my penis goes to the left. It really does. I'm serious. But yeah, and then I moved out to Hastings, from Hastings, if you guys know where that is, about 45 minutes south of here. I love it. It was a good town. I was like a fucking celebrity in that town. There's like paparazzi outside my apartment. Like, there's the gay! They look so real in life. Yeah, that was a good town though. I really liked it. That's where I got sober. There's the gay. There's so many of them now out here. You know, when I moved to Minneapolis, I was sick of just seeing, I was sick of living in Hastings and seeing white trash everywhere I went,
I owe you one.
So now I moved to Minneapolis, I got exactly what I wanted. Now there's a whole rainbow of trash for me to enjoy. All shapes and colors. It's so fun. There's actually a lot of other gay guys in Minneapolis too. Shit, you could throw a rock in any direction and hit one of them. I would not recommend that. That is considered a hate crime. Do not do that. Not a good idea. And then also, like I said, with dating, it's tough. I don't go to bars to pick up guys. So I've recently tried a reputable site I heard about called Craigslist. And let me tell you, there's some interesting ads out there. I saw a guy that was looking for a no-holds-barred role-play rape fantasy. I know, that's fucked up, right? But my therapist says if I want to find love, I have to try new things. So I did it. That motherfucker was in character the whole time. He put up a fight, right? Turns out I had the wrong fucking address. Damn that internet. Led me astray again. Yeah, and then, yeah, it's been fun, you guys. You guys are awesome. I love that you guys came out. One thing I did want to mention on a serious note, awesome comic this is the third show we've done here at camp, and thanks, Bill, for letting us come out. There was a comic that was here last time named Kate Urquhart. She recently passed away from cancer. This show is dedicated to her. She was a lesbian like no other. I loved her. Funny as hell. Great comedian. When I first started doing comedy, she was one of the only ones that talked to me, and I appreciate that. She was a great lady. But yeah, and I'll leave you guys with this. It's been so much fun. I'm so happy about being here tonight. But I hang out with a lot of straight guys, right? If you can imagine that. They're, they always want to know things about gay sex, but then they get really freaked out when you tell them. They act like gay sex is like some kind of weird thing with peanut butter and hamsters. So they're like, so you like kiss guys and stuff? I'm like, yeah. Oh, sick, dude, gross. That's nasty. Oh. So, you like two guys in the butt? When I get the chance. Oh, sick, gross, dude, that's so nasty. Stop, don't even tell me anymore. And I like to fuck with them. And I'll be like, yo, man, you see that guy over there? I would do illegal things to that guy. Oh, sick, dude, gross. Like what? I'm like, shit, man, I would marry him. All right, you guys have a good night. Thank you.
What's your next gig coming up?
You know what? I'm not actually planned for a couple weeks here.
Yeah, that's good. I think you need a break. I think you need a break. All right, I'm worried about you. Thanks for coming.
Hello, man.
You made that admission to being an alcoholic, and that codependent switch went off, bright red in my head. I want to take care of him. I want to solve all of his problems. He's hanging out with the oppressor, describing insane forms of sexuality, cavorting around on Craigslist. I'm worried about Matt Iverson. I'm gonna plan a little bit of a sober intervention. My God, imagine that. Waking up, looking in the mirror, and saying, "I'm a gay alcoholic." Why not put it?